In the year 1999, the Chinese painter Z. Horse took a vacation to the Great Barrier Reef of Australia to enlighten himself on the wonders of the ocean for inspiration. On his travels, he struggled with understanding the Australian accent, so he could hardly comprehend the locals and a scuba diving instructor. He was eventually able to convey his diving request using the collage of painted images of emoji he always brings wherever he goes. While diving, he found many wondrous structures of coral and schools of various fish. But the favorite of his journey was the seahorse population he observed. He had never seen an animal like this, as he had no internet service at his home and grew up alone in the plains of rural China, having nothing but his mobile device and the emoji selection it came with. These emoji were what inspired his painting career, and the adorable faces were his only comfort in the world. He knew he needed to begin painting right away, so he brought out his easel and paint supplies. Unfortunately, as he had never been with water in his life, he did not realize that all of his papers and paint had disintegrated in the water almost immediately. Panicking, he nearly ran out of his oxygen supply. When the diving instructor noticed what happened, he rushed over, calling emergency care on his waterproof mobile device. Right away, he asked Z Horse was safe, but he had officially run out of breath and died. As the emergency hotline picked up, all they heard was, in a thick Australian accent, Z Horse! Z Horse! Z Horse! And reported the prank call to the police. When the authorities arrived, it was too late. The instructor was arrested, and DNA samples allowed detectives to track the famous painter's background. Many years later, in 2017, the world became aware of Z Horse's work and were amazed at the emoji theming of his creations. Activists who knew about his death rallied together and successfully removed the seahorse emoji in his honor. Am I supposed to pronounce that C? XI, like, is XI pronounced C? Like, sea horse? Today's merge is going to be Crossbow Master and Golden Justice. Truth be told, I was going to spin the wheel again, and well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to keep this video a little short, so I was going to trim out the section where I spun the wheel and spent a while pasting all my assets in. But what I decided to do is I would still spin the wheel in the video, but then I would already have 3 preset canvases with all the assets I needed. But then I was pasting in the Golden Justice assets, and I thought, hey, wait, this actually seems like a pretty cool combo that I want to do, and now I don't want to spin the wheel and get a different combo, because that would be kind of upsetting. So, Golden Justice it is. Yeah, I mean, geez, I have all the assets right here. Probably won't start the time yet because I've done that in the past and regretted it. Okay, I took a bunch of specifically tier 5 assets, but I think I actually want to use a tier 4 base. And so that is what I will do. You out of the way, you out of the way. Okay, I'm actually going to do something pretty crazy. I think I might use an asset just from my last Crossbow Master merge. I'm just going to paste this in so I can use this. I mean, geez, I spent so much time on that alternate crossbow angle. Yeah, it's well use it in another 20 year. Guess maybe I should cut it out and put it as like an actual asset. If I do that, I would need to like clean it up a lot, and I haven't the time for this. Okay, time starting now. So, thinking I could put that crossbow like over here. That'll probably look kind of neat. And then I don't know, maybe have the mask go. Yeah, that'd probably work. Mm, the fire. Do I want the fire? Maybe. Put all my assets in group. Much cream. It would be kind of funny to replace the little flame thing the with the crit and just have like a crit in the eye. Probably won't do that. Okay, actually, I'm gonna restart the timer. I spent too long just thinking about what I was gonna do. Okay, time's starting now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, first up, let's get this crossbow. Shall we? Ba, 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 ba. That rehearsal is pretty fun today. So it's kind of fun. It was like the middle of the season. Just working on putting the show together. Got all the learned all the tough stuff at the beginning of the season. Just kind of get into this groove. Fun getting into that groove. Like the first few weeks is pretty much all just prep for the first football game because there's a lot of procedures you have to go through, and you have to learn a bunch of stand tunes, and you have to learn stand etiquette, and you have to learn all this stuff. But once that's all over, then yeah, things get pretty fun. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that works. We'll just kind of have to pan out all of this. Da, 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 da. Yeah. I need to work on a drawing after this. Kinda don't wanna. I don't wanna just go to bed. 'Cause it's kinda late. Maybe I shouldn't have spent so much time hanging out with a friend after rehearsal. Oh well. Just get a very simple hand in here. Also just giving the impression of a hand. That's all I need. Yeah. Yeah, something just like that. The bare necessities. Bit of definition. Mm-hmm. Little fur things here. Put the outline back on. And it's functional. Maybe I'll add a little bit of this here, just implying some more contact between the crossbow and the hand. You know the fact that's a different color from what I picked last time. Cool. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. So that shadow pile will go all the way. But this will, just like that. So this. Should I do a little bit of that? We gotta make it look a little better. Take that shadow. So let's fill the rest of the ear. Doing this all on the base layer because I think that'll make my recolor easier time later. Just like that. No, actually, this should stick out a little more. Yeah, it's a bit chink, but it's all right. Then the outline. Yes. I can put an outline around the crossbow too. Like so. Definitely should have just kept the outline that it had originally. Cutting that out was a mistake, but hopefully this outline looks okay. I haven't been doing manual outlines like this for a bit now because it usually ends up looking really bad. But maybe this one will be different. This one won't suck. It sucks. It doesn't suck that bad. Woo! Okay. So rest of them. I spent 6 minutes on that. All I did was paste an asset in. Oof. It's okay. This is pretty much every merge now. I don't know why, but at this point, it's every merge that I make one edit that ends up taking forever. And I always end up finishing them, so that's fine. Step, I'll do the hood. Since shoot, I guess that should go around the ear, shouldn't it? Okay. I'm actually gonna have it start around here. Right there. No, maybe around here. This doesn't look like it's supposed to get the outer rims of the head inside. That should look pretty cool using Crossbow Master's aesthetic over this base. It looks a little dorky right now, but that's fine. We could all use a little dork in our lives. Whoa. Okay, thank you. Come on, scroll wheel. Oh my gosh, I literally can't scroll in because it keeps just scrolling back out by its own will. You're supposed to obey me. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Gonna have the face brush completely covered by the mask. That's fine.
Oh. But look cool even. We shall see. Yeah, actually, I think that will look kind of cool. Certainly the best case scenario. I did that on same there. That's fine. Yeah, isn't that neat? Also get this. Yep. This kind of come around the edges. I don't like the color of that. Maybe make it a little more orange. It's good around the top a bit. Actually, not around the top. That's cool, I think. Looks a bit jank, but we could all use a little jank in our lives. The kitten is destroying down here. Ding minutes in. But it's right because I have most of the hard stuff done. Yeah. So now it's just kind of selecting stuff and recoloring it. I should be able to finish this just fine. Don't do that. Map this. Make it easy. Make that just black. And bring the black up. Okay, actually I'm gonna make that a dark gray. Too dark, too dark. There, that's kind of neat. Oh, black dust all over my merge. I feel like this thing has to be the color of the visor. It's just too perfect. It's begging to become the visor. Right? Okay, let's make sure we're selecting only that. Selection mode. Copy and paste. Let's see if I can just take the saturation down and take the lightness down. Works pretty well, but this selection is surprisingly awful. Like, I don't know where all of this is even coming from. I also don't know where all this lag is coming from. Like, this is super laggy right now. I'm still just recording in like 720p, right? This shouldn't be that laggy, right? Because, oh my gosh, this is like laggy as crap. Okay, approaching 13 minutes. Definitely need to pick up the pace a bit. Don't have time to be worrying about pixels of detail. Why is this lagging so bad? This is terrible. Maybe it's because I have other tabs up. No, but I've had like other tabs with actual drawings on them open. What is the lag coming from? I don't understand. Um, I don't have time to figure that out, even though it's definitely costing me time to have to constantly pause and wait for my brush strokes to finish. Like I'm pausing for half a second with every single stroke, and that's just terrible. That adds up so quickly when it's literally every stroke. Let's get the crazy. Just gonna take this color, make it a little lighter. So shapely. Yeah, that's cool enough, I guess. Now let's really go fast here. Not get selected. Okay, copy and paste. I'm pretty much just be making everything here black. Oh, I really wish I could like put a clock on this guy. But I'm not sure if I have time for that. Can I select this without selecting the entire outline? Nope. Probably can't. There's another hue shift for that. So I want this to be yellow like the belt on the art. Like that. Do a little bit of cleaning up here. I don't know how these are so messy. It's just because BGD6 art is so messy. The reason all my selections look terrible is just because BGD6 art is that messy. Really is the only reason. Wait, I just realized this part. This part should be black. Hmm. I like that's already good. Okay, I have 4 minutes left. I think next I'm gonna outline, I think. Where's some bits that still need outlines? Release that. Okay, I think everything is outlined. Where is this lag coming from? Where? I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused. Okay, that looks bad. Oh, it's on the same layer as that. Shoot. Okay, if I select that, then why is everything else selected? What? Am I using the right? Nope, I used the right selection mode. I think Krita is just lagging that bad for explainable reason whatsoever. Make that lighter across the board. Yeah, that looks better. I have time. Do I want to recolor everything? I don't know if I have time for that. I could try. Like if I just do a manual recolor over the entire body, do I have time? See, those fingerless gloves, and then I would need to add the wrist things. Those are. Maybe make this faster if I do it on the base layer, but no, I kind of need to have it on a separate layer because if I don't finish in time, then I need to remove it all, which I suppose I could do by just spanning undo, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. And I can also have my shading on a different layer, and that'll be nice. I'm also not sure if this will actually look good, having everything. Um, everything like having everything black like this might look a bit bad. We shall see. Previously, there were black parts to the merge, but with this, everything is black. Very quickly went from a bit of black to just this entire thing. Oh, I have like 20 seconds left. No, wrong layer. No, no. Okay. That looks like crap. All right. I technically did it in 20 minutes, but then it looked like crap. Okay. Why is that part of... Oh. What's going on over there? Do that and throw an outline around it all. Why is Crossbow Master low-key way better than Fan Club? I feel like everybody says, like everybody agrees that yes, Crossbow Master sucks and Fan Club exists. Okay, stop the timer. 21 minutes. Whatever. Well, as long as it's a low 20 minutes, 21 minutes, then I have time to fix this without going too far over time. I was just initially ignoring that because I thought it looked close enough to yellow. Okay. 21 minutes, 19 seconds. But then there's the let me I can just select all of it. Oh, never mind, I can't. But I can select most of all the surrounding area just because it's all already recolored. And then just make it a bit darker so it kind of fits in. It looks kind of cool. Do I want to have the... Yeah, I think I do. I want that to be like white. Yeah, actually that kind of works. And then I'll put a little glow under it. So then it kind of looks like it looks like this. And this and that little glowy bit. I feel like this looks slightly dumb, but largely cool. Yeah, it took 22 minutes. I feel like by the time I actually put the merge into my gallery with the time listed, I always end up forgetting how long I actually spent on it. So tomorrow night, somebody ping me and tell me that I spent 22 minutes on this. Okay? Okay. See you then. Thanks for watching.